On Christmas Day, 2024, while most of the world was celebrating, something slipped quietly past our planet. An asteroid, unknown, unseen, and dangerously close. Just 2 days later, astronomers finally spotted it. They named it 2024 YR4. At first, it seemed like just another space rock. But within weeks, scientists realized this wasn't an ordinary asteroid at all. This was a potential city killer. The asteroid was first detected on December 27, 2024, by the Atlas Observatory in Chile. But by then, it had already passed Earth, skimming by at a distance of just 828,000 kilometers. That's only a little more than twice the distance of the Moon. It was a sobering thought. If its path had been slightly different, the world might have woken up to a very different kind of Christmas. The asteroid was quickly given the provisional designation 2024 YR4, following the naming rules of the Minor Planet Center. To astronomers, this wasn't just another dot of light in the sky. Its size and speed made it something far more serious. At first, the asteroid's size was a mystery. Based on its brightness, estimates ranged anywhere from 40 to 90 meters wide. That uncertainty didn't help calm nerves. Then came observations from the James Webb Space Telescope in March 2025. Using infrared measurements, JWST pinned down its size at about 60 meters across. That makes it similar in scale to two infamous impactors in history. The Tunguska asteroid of 1908, which flattened 80 million trees in Siberia. And the meteor crater impactor in Arizona, which carved out a 1.2-kilometer wide hole in the desert. Both were smaller than the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs, but large enough to devastate a city, or even an entire region. In terms of mass, 2024 YR4 weighs an estimated 280 million tons. It's made of solid rock, and if it struck Earth, it would unleash energy equal to 7 million tons of TNT, hundreds of times stronger than the Hiroshima bomb. As astronomers tracked its orbit, something alarming appeared. From January to February 2025, calculations suggested that 2024 YR4 had more than a 3% chance of striking Earth on December 22, 2032. To the average person, 3% may not sound like much. But in the world of asteroid science, it was extraordinary. The asteroid was quickly rated level 3 on the Torino scale, which measures impact risk. That made it only the second asteroid in history to ever reach that level. The first was Apophis back in 2004. Level 3 meant this: a close encounter with an object large enough to cause local destruction, with a significant chance of impact. The world's scientific community took notice. International asteroid defense protocols were triggered. Telescopes everywhere, from Hawaii's Gemini South, to Chile's Very Large Telescope, to the James Webb in space, all locked onto this rock. For weeks, scientists lived with the uneasy possibility that 2032 might bring disaster. Spectral analysis revealed more clues. 2024 YR4 is most likely a stony asteroid, part of the common S-type group. Its surface reflects sunlight unevenly, giving scientists clues about its rocky composition. But one fact stood out: its rotation speed. This asteroid spins once every 19.5 minutes, an incredibly fast rate for something of its size. Its brightness also changes as it spins, suggesting it isn't a perfect sphere. In fact, it's highly elongated, almost like a cosmic shard. Its width is at least 3 times greater than its height. Does this mean it's a solid block of stone? Or is it a loose rubble pile barely held together by gravity? Either way, its speed and size make it a dangerous bullet in space. By late February 2025, new observations ruled out a direct hit with Earth in 2032. The asteroid's Torino rating dropped back down to 0. Humanity had dodged a bullet. But the story wasn't over. Instead of Earth, 2024 YR4 now appeared to have a 4% chance of striking the Moon on that same date. If it did, the impact would be spectacular. Traveling at nearly 14 kilometers per second, it would blast a crater up to 2 kilometers wide. The explosion would release energy equal to 5 million tons of TNT, hundreds of times stronger than the bombs of World War II. The blast would eject more than 100,000 tons of lunar debris into space, creating a dazzling meteor shower around Earth. Some scientists believe the flash of impact would be visible to the naked eye, possibly even brighter than the full moon itself. Others say the moon's natural glare might drown it out. But one thing is certain, it would be an unforgettable event. Why is 2024 YR4 such a problem? Because it belongs to a class of asteroids known as Apollo-type near-Earth objects. These follow elongated orbits that cross Earth's path. 2024 YR4 takes about 4 years to orbit the Sun. But every time it loops around, its path shifts slightly. One reason is the Yarkovsky effect, a tiny push caused by the asteroid absorbing sunlight and re-radiating it as heat. Over time, this effect acts like a cosmic thruster, slowly altering its orbit. Astronomers believe 2024 YR4 originated in the main asteroid belt, before drifting inward toward Earth's neighborhood. Its orbit is similar to a handful of other objects, suggesting they may all be fragments of a much larger ancient asteroid. And there's another twist. After its close encounter with Earth in 2032, its orbit will be dramatically altered by gravity. That means predicting its long-term path becomes even more uncertain. The greatest potential risk identified so far? A possible close pass in 2047. If 2024 YR4 were to strike our planet, what would we see? Because it's made of stone, it would likely explode in the atmosphere as a meteor airburst, much like Tunguska in 1908. The explosion could devastate an area up to 50 kilometers across, flattening buildings, forests, and infrastructure. The shockwave would shatter windows for miles around, and the blast would rival the largest nuclear weapons ever built. While it wouldn't cause global extinction, it could destroy an entire city or region, hence the nickname, City Killer. For now, astronomers have time. The asteroid will be too faint to observe again until 2028, when it makes another close approach. That encounter will be critical, allowing scientists to refine their calculations and know once and for all what 2032 holds. On December 22, 2032, 2024 YR4 is expected to pass as close as 270,000 kilometers from Earth, closer than the Moon itself. It's a razor-thin margin in cosmic terms. After that, its orbit will be forever changed. Whether it remains a harmless wanderer, or becomes a future threat, will depend on the data collected in the years ahead. 2024 YR4 is not the largest asteroid out there. In fact, by NASA's standards, it isn't even classified as potentially hazardous, since it's smaller than 140 meters across. But its discovery is a sobering reminder. Even relatively small asteroids can cause devastation on a scale that reshapes history. And they often come closer than we realize. The truth is simple, our planet has been struck before, and it will be struck again. The only question is when, and whether humanity will be ready.